What is going on, YouTube? It's dynastybuffs bringing you Week 8 start sit top 10 fantasy defenses. Week 8 already. Can't believe it, man. It's going so fast this year. Halloween week. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend. Halloween's on a Tuesday this year. So be safe out there if anybody's out there doing stuff on Tuesday. All right. Let's get it. All right, so no teams on buys this week, so that's great. You should have everybody available this year or this week, excuse me. So should be easy for fantasy. All right, let's look at this injury report. So injury report right now. All right, this is week 7. Whatever, just make sure it's week 8. Long list, lots of injuries. Some new ones. Ryan Tannehill's out. Fields is currently still out. Pat Farmey's out. Debo Samuel's out. Jerome Ford's looking questionable, so he'll probably not start this week. And then looks like Brock Purdy should be cleared this week from his concussion. Kyler Murray's still doubtful, might come back later this week, next couple of weeks. Sean Watson looks to be out. Um, Aaron Jones is good to go this week from that hamstring injury. Zach Moss is questionable. Trevor Lawrence is questionable. Zay Jones out. Looks like Daniel Carlson, the kicker, is having a groin injury. Josh Palmer, questionable. Gerald Everett, questionable. Jalen Guyton looks like he'll play, but he's questionable. Tyreek Hill has been cleared. He says he's going to play this week. Raheem Mostert scheduled to play for tomorrow. Some other ones. It's like Taysom Hill is supposed to play. He's questionable with the chest injury. Daniel Jones is out. And Tyler Lockett, questionable with a hamstring injury. And yeah, Ryan Tannehill is out. All right, let's get to how we did last week, week 7, and what our percentages were. So here's where we were right. Didn't do very well on quarterbacks last week, but pretty solid on running backs and receivers. Super happy with the breakout with Jordan Addison and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Travis Kelsey, Mark Andrews, George Kittle, all the great, followed by Terry McLaurin. Some busts were Baker Mayfield, Saquon Barkley, Raheem Mostert, Alexander Madison, Aaron Jones, Sam Laporta, and Cole Kmet. Pretty long list where we were wrong. It was basically like a 50-50 split. Missed out on the quarterbacks, some running backs. Watson didn't do very well. Ayuk disappointed. Tyler Lockett did okay. And Zay Flowers did good, but not above his projections. Luke Musgrave disappointed, and so did Jordan Love. Michael Mayer did all right. Kenny Pickett actually had a pretty decent game. Josh Dobbs, Michael Pittman, Mike Evans, and Darren Waller had his breakout game this past week. All right, week 8 outlook. Some exciting matchups tomorrow and on Monday. I'm looking forward to the Washington Philadelphia game as well as the matchup with the rookies, Carolina and Houston. Should be a nice shootout between Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. It'd be nice to finally see those two go at it for like the first time in years. New York Giants and New York Jets have a game, followed by Miami and New England. Should be a nice one. And I'm really interested to watch the Cleveland Seattle game. Cleveland being the number one defense in football. Seattle having a nice solid defense as well, but not very great on offense. Should be a pretty close game there. Uh, should be an easy matchup for Pat Mahomes. He's playing Denver. Denver's the worst defense in football. Should be a nice matchup for Mahomes. Baltimore playing Arizona. Be the Lamar Jackson show once again. And Tyson Bagent playing the worst passing defense in football. Los Angeles Chargers should be a pretty good matchup for him. Expect him have another maybe decent game. Detroit Lions on Monday are playing the Las Vegas Raiders. Hopefully, Jimmy G improves that offense in Las Vegas and Jacobs Adams Myers improve. Detroit needs to pick it up. Should be the Jameer Gibbs show, as well as Monroe St. Brown. All right, let's get to these start sit rankings here. So in the green here, we have our studs. So Hurts, Mahomes, Jackson, Allen, Herbert, Tua, Goff, Lawrence, Stroud, Burrow, Cousins, Prescott, Russell Wilson. So between all the way from Hurts to Joe Burrow, I'm starting for sure. Toss-ups are Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Jordan Love, Matt Stafford, Sam Howell, Gardner Minshew, and that's pretty much it. I actually like Minshew's matchup this week against New Orleans. Yeah, he did very well against Cleveland. Surprised me. Should be pretty solid for him. That's pretty much it for the quarterbacks. Some upside plays I like this week are, I think Russell Wilson could have a good game. He's playing Kansas City, so he's gonna have to throw the ball. Should be good for him. Same with Matt Stafford. He'll be playing the Cowboys. Should be another one. Bryce Young, he could be promising this week playing Houston. I think that game will be really fun to watch. Uh, Herbert, Allen, everybody up top. Again, easy picks there. Some lower, some if you're in deeper leagues, maybe Tyrod Taylor has another decent game. I'll have to move Brock Purdy up here because it looks like he'll probably start and take off Sam Darnold. Tyson Bagent, I think I can move him up a little bit more since he's playing Los Angeles Chargers. They're pretty bad. All right, running backs. So we got from McCaffrey to Kenneth Walker are going to be starts for me. I might have to move Walker to maybe a toss up now because it looks like he's still dealing with that calf injury. So that's something to monitor. Could be maybe he's on a snap count. Maybe it's 60-40. Charbonnet 60 and Kenneth Walker 40. Not sure how that backfield is going to be this week, especially going against Cleveland. Might be tough. I really like ETN this week. I like Jameer Gibbs this week, and I love Brees Hall this week. It should be a really nice matchup for Brees Hall going against the Giants. It's probably one of my favorite picks this week. Same with Pacheco playing Denver. Should be a really good match for him. I have Pacheco, Swift, ETN, and Jonathan Taylor starting on my Scott Fishbowl league. Really excited for all of them. All good matchups for all of those guys. They're probably going to be all booms for me this week just because I like their matchups and it looks like they're improving as the year's been going on. Some guys I'm a little down on, but should have maybe bounce back games. Are Tony Pollard, I think he could have a bounce back game. Raheem Mostert and Bijan Robinson. I mean, Bijan had like 0 last week, but he's a pretty nice matchup this week. I think he's got a good matchup here with Tennessee. Should be pretty easy. Some upside plays in the deeper leagues. Brian Robinson Jr. I like. I think Devontae Freeman, we really have to respect. I think he can be a good, maybe 50-50 split with Roshan Johnson this week. But coming off that 3 touchdowns last week, Deontay Foreman is definitely the guy right now. So he should have a hot hand. Uh, that's pretty much it for the RBs. Let's get to receivers. All right, receivers. We got Tyreek Hill all the way to DJ Moore for me are all going to be starts. Uh, so Tyreek Hill's probably one of my favorite plays this week. Same with Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, Christian Kirk, Adam Thielen, Zay Flowers, Jacoby Myers, and I really like Nico Collins. I think he can establish himself this week. Back to that uh, wide receiver one on the Texans, especially going against Carolina. Should be a nice play for him. Some of the toss-up plays. I mean, I like Keller Ridley. I have him on Scott Fishbowl. I hope he bounces back, but right now it's clearly the Christian Kirk show. Really needs to have himself a better game, a big game this week. Same thing with T. Higgins, Christian Watson. I think hopefully all of them have better games this week. I like these plays. They have good matchups for themselves. Should be easy. Uh, that's pretty much it. Let's get tight ends. All right, tight ends. Travis Kelsey, Andrews, Hawkinson, Porter, Kittle are my studs. Start those guys every week, regardless of matchups. But since we know Debo Samuel's still out, I still think George Kittle can establish himself this week. And Brock Purdy being healthy really helps him out. Sam Laporta. Laporta did decent last week. This week, again, they have a pretty easy matchup against Las Vegas. I think Laporta can actually maybe finish out as tight end one this week. Maybe he gets 2 touchdowns against Las Vegas. I like him as a nice upside play. I mean, he's a stud, but I think he's got upside of 11 points. Mark Andrews, he's been solid so far. Playing Arizona, he could also be another easy one. I'm still always a little skeptical on Darren Waller. He's playing the Jets this week. I might have him too high. Maybe I move him down a little bit. But I mean, he had a really good outing last week, and looks like him and Tyrod Taylor are establishing a solid connection. He still start for me, or I mean, he's more to toss up. But I mean, you have him, you got to start him, right? But just maybe lower expectations this week. Kyle Pitts, still like Schultz, could be a nice good play this week as well. He's playing the Carolina Panthers. Could be a nice 2 touchdowns for him from Stroud this week. Hopefully, Luke Musgrave can improve. I'm still a Musgrave believer. I hope Jordan Love can improve in a completion percentage and just overall better at being a QB. He just needs to work. Trey McBride, he's one of my waiver wire ads this week. We know that Zach Ertz is on IR. McBride, I liked coming out of college last year. Carl State, um, great tight end prospect. I think he has low tight end one upside. Like him as a sleeper pick as well this week. Should be nice matchup for him going against Baltimore. I think him and Dobbs can do well this week. All right, let's get to defenses and some of my streaming picks for the week. So, if you looked at my waiver wire video, I had my top 10. So, at Cleveland, Baltimore, Jets, San Francisco, Dallas, Kansas City, Detroit, Jacksonville, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. Those are just the defenses, my opinion, that are the top defenses right now. So here's the top 15 defense options for week 8, in my opinion. The ones highlighted here are teams you can pick up on waivers. I'm starting Detroit. If I can't get Detroit, I'm starting Atlanta. If you get Atlanta, I'm going Minnesota. If I can't get Minnesota, I'm going Jacksonville. Jacksonville could make the play with Seattle this week. I know they've been available on some waivers, same with Kansas City, and also Houston. Houston could be a good play as well. Like Carolina, we know by now it's just the Adam Thielen show, so he'd probably see the majority of the coverage. Could be a nice fantasy outing for Houston Texans defense. All right, so some matchups. Denver Broncos. They're playing Kansas City. Should be an easy one for Mahomes. Expect a big game for Mahomes. Expect a big game for CJ Stroud and the wide receiver core. Maybe another good one for Kirk Cousins playing Green Bay, and maybe be a good one, or excuse me, be a good one for Brees Hall this week. And Cincinnati Bengals. I think it'll be the McCaffrey show. Maybe Brock Purdy as well. Them two can uh, do a lot of screen passes. Should be good for McCaffrey and ETN. A big game for ETN this week. Chargers could be a nice, easy matchup for Tyson Bagent. I think we'll see a lot of screen actions. Not much average depth of target. I think it'll be lower, but I really want to see Bagent maybe throw further. Maybe not past just 10, maybe 15, 20 yards down, just to see what we have in him. Just curious. Denver Broncos, Kansas City, easy one. Miami Dolphins playing New England. Could be a good matchup for Mac Jones. I know they had a good week last week, and they did pretty well against the Bills. Tennessee Titans, Atlanta, maybe Desmond Ritter, could be Drake London, could be the Kyle Pitts show. And then the Cardinals are playing Baltimore. Should be an easy one for Lamar Jackson. And top five run defenses should be a tough one for Washington. Same tough for Jacobs. Might be difficult for Jalen Warren as well as Najee Harris. And Cleveland playing Seattle. I'm not sure what the backfield is right now in Cleveland. Looks like it's Kareem Hunt. I think his injury as well could be Pierre Strong. Could be the Pierre Strong show. It's gonna monitor. Cleveland Browns or Seattle here. Could be I'm not sure with the Kenneth Walker injury, calf injury, but I think it'll be more a little bit of Charbonnet sprinkled in this week. Something to monitor, be aware of. Top five pass defenses. Seattle's playing Cleveland. Expect a lower game from Gino. Expect a lower game from Stafford, and expect not a very good game from Dobbs. But I think Baltimore is actually more legit than I have them here. I think they can be even top two, maybe top one pass defenses so far. They've been dominant so far. Indianapolis is playing New Orleans Saints. Should be a nice one for Gardner Minshew, just because he just destroyed the Browns last week. He looked great. He's establishing that connection with Josh Downs. Looks good, Michael Pittman. Uh, Jonathan Taylor looks like he's back to his old self again. Their defense is improving. I think he has a lot of opportunities tomorrow. Should be a pretty good game for Minshew. And then I think Joe Burrow actually has a bounce back game this week. I think, coming off the bye, I think him and Jamar can figure it out. Same with T. Higgins, get him incorporated in the offense. I think they can have maybe pretty high scoring game. I think maybe even Burrow breaks 30 fantasy points, maybe 25. And Jamar goes off. T. Higgins gets maybe a touchdown and 110 yards. I'm excited to watch the Bengals coming off a bye this week. It should be good. Okay, and that's all I have for this video on week 8 start sit with top 10 defenses and matchups. I don't have any boomer bust picks right now. I'm actually out of town right now. I'm just filming this, yeah, hotel area right now. So just doing what I can here to make sure we get these videos out. But if you're new here, appreciate a follow, like our videos, comment for the algorithm. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Halloween, everybody. Feel free to find me on and follow me on Twitter at dynastybuffs and my partner Max at ffbuffs. Let's get these dubs this week. Let's improve our record. Trying to get better every week for the rest of the year. Getting close to the fantasy playoffs. A couple more weeks. Monitor those trades. Shoot us in the comments some trades. You can need trade advice. Feel free to put it down below. Love answering questions. And appreciate everybody. See you in the next one.